I am Moondust What Ifs, and this is What If Deku had the rinne sharingan. Now, this would be Deku's rinne sharingan, of course. And the thing is, I'm not even going to explain the powers. He's going to go up from regular sharingan to Mangekyo to rinne sharingan. That's how we're going to go. So if you guys enjoy this, tell me inside the comments, and I will make more parts to this, because I am surely going to enjoy this. I hope you do too. Now let's get into the video. Izuku, as a young child, would be presumed to have a quirk, but his quirk, it wasn't useless, but people didn't see how it would really, like, defeat a powerful villain. So it can, like, take down a normal villain, but people don't get how it could take down, like, villains type of, like, um, the DK. No. Yeah, the DK guy. So, nobody really got that. And I know he was newer hero. I mean, newer villain. But I'm gonna say he was introduced a little bit earlier. So anyway, Izuku's ability would be found out, but it wouldn't be unlocked. So Izuku goes home after that, and his mom looks at him like he's a disgrace. His mom says, "For all we know, your quirk could never be unlocked. You could be a quirkless loser." And then she slaps Izuku, and then she says, "You've you've forsaken this family. You're nothing but a disappointment." And then she grabs his chin and then she says, "You know that?" And then she grabs the knife off of the shelf and then starts cutting Izuku. Now, she's doing little tiny cuts, so then he'll last longer and longer and longer. Her object right now is to kill Izuku, but of course we can't allow that. So Izuku passes out from all the pain, and Inko just keeps on going at it, just keeps on stabbing him. And Izuku visits a little some. I'm not gonna make it one person. Izuku visits Madara and Sasuke. Now, Madara then says, "Pick this path, and you'll pick the path to make the world greater, to make the world better for all humans." And Sasuke says, "Pick this path, and you'll go through a time where you feel weak, but you will soon become the most powerful thing that anybody could ever imagine. Nobody could ever touch you. Nobody could ever hurt you. At least not hurt you to the point where it's permanent. Pick this path and you'll unlock your sharingan in a moment's notice." Izuku then thinks of this, and there's one more path that opens to him. He then sees the Sage of Six Paths, which he did have the normal sharingan, but and he says, "Pick this path and you'll become a sage to always be remembered of." And he picks, since I'm gonna say he picks Madara's path to make the world a better place. but you have to go through some evil incarnate. Now, has a blast of energy come from his body, and his mom goes flying back, and the knife goes flying out of her hand. She hits the wall, and then Izuku gets up, and when she looks inside of his eyes, they're scarlet red, which he doesn't have the powers of Madara, but he does. He did pick his path, and his path is mixed. His path is super speed, genjutsu, and teleportation. And freaking, I'm gonna give him a fourth one just because I don't care. Amaterasu too. So he looks his mom in the eyes, even though he doesn't have his Mangekyo Sharingan. He puts her inside of a genjutsu, and then he says, "Well, this power, I've never felt anything like it before, ever." He then he then he then looks forward, and then he actually notices at this point all of his vision is just red. Like he just now noticed that. And he notices that his mom isn't going to be getting up anytime soon unless he releases the genjutsu. He releases it. And his mom just looks shook. She then backs away slowly while Azuka gets closer and closer and closer to her. Like she's backing up to the right since she did hit a wall. And then she asks, "What are you?" Azuku then says, "I am Azuku Midoriya Uchiha." Yeah, I'm gonna make his last name his middle name now. She says, "What? You're Azuku Midoriya. Uchiha isn't your last name." And then he says it is now. And then all of a sudden he's in front of his mom. Now this isn't a genjutsu. This is just the speed of the Sharingan. And he says, "I'm whatever I say I am. I can control reality itself. I am a god. I shall become the sage." He says, "I shall unlock the mode known as Six Paths." Inko then thinks, and she says, "You mean, you mean the things that people inside the past had, like Madara and the Sage of Six Paths?" And then she says, "Also Naruto Uzumaki, because Naruto did have Six Paths mode." And he says, "Yes. Yes, I will." No. And by the way, his voice got deeper because, whatever. He then says, "Now you'll never hurt me again since I have a quirk, right?" And then she nods her head. She says, "Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah. Do whatever you want. Go and get a girl pregnant. I don't care." And then he says, "Good." And then he looks her in the eyes one more time, and he puts her in a genjutsu, and he says, "This is what will happen to you if you ever try to betray me." And in Inko's sight, there's just death, and all she can hear is her own screams. He then says, "Now, I guess it's time for me to make the Akatsuki." That's where I'm gonna leave it off, you guys. I know this was a short video. We're kind of a short video. If you guys enjoyed, tell your friends about this, subscribe. I don't really care about the likes. And I'll see you guys later. 50 likes soon enough. I mean, 50 subscribers soon enough. See you later.